So what is VLAN? VLAN is a virtual local area network. This is used to divide large broadcast domain into a small broadcast domain called VLAN. Suppose, bro, if we have one switches, in switches we have 24 or 48 ports, and two more devices is here. Okay, so this one is our switch, and switch is a broadcast domain. And if here we have sales department, this one is also for sales. This one for IT department. This piece is also for IT. If this is for HR, and this one is for HR. So switch is a broadcast domain. If I can send any data, then it is broadcast on all the PC. So divide a large local area network in a small virtual local area network. What we do, we create one VLAN and dividing all in this interfaces on that particular VLAN. So what we do, we create one VLAN, okay, and this put on the so I can divide it into two, and this one is for two. So it also provide security also. Okay. So in other word, we say that VLAN is a logical broadcast domain. Take one switch and check. For check the command, we have show VLAN. Enable and I can try show VLAN. See, by default, VLAN 1 is created and all the interface is in VLAN 1. Okay, and by default, VLAN 1 is known as native VLAN. Next point is by default all port in VLAN 1. Okay, so by default VLAN 1 is native VLAN and range of VLAN is we have two types of VLAN, standard and extended. Standard range is started from the 1 to 1005 and extended range start with the 1006 to 4095 and 0 is reserved, 1002 and 1 to 1005 are reserved. You can check here, 1002 is reserved, 1003 is also reserved, 1004 and 1005. This VLAN is reserved and all the interface in VLAN 1. If I can send any data, if I can connect your two devices or four devices, enter data. If I can ping from here, ping 10004. It will be broadcast. Okay. So how we can divide in logical broadcast domain by creating VLAN. So we learn in this. Firstly, how to create the VLAN. First, here we have one topic, all the devices in VLAN 1 and how we create the VLAN. So go on switch, okay, in global configuration mode and run command VLAN and give any number which you want to create. So if I can create here VLAN 10, now you can check show VLAN 10 is created. Hello, boy. So now by default the name of VLAN 10 is VLAN 010. Okay, now Bhuvan wants to give any name, particular name. So he can remind every time this is VLAN and this is created by Bhuvan. So Bhuvan wants go in global configuration mode and go in VLAN 10 and here give name. He give name Bhuvan. Okay, now you can check show VLAN. The name of VLAN 10 is Bhuvan. Okay, bro.
Okay.
Now, next thing is, see, we are create the VLAN, but all the interface by default in VLAN 1. So there is no profit. Okay, so how we can assign interface into particular VLAN? So one wants port number F0 by 5 and F0 by 6 assigned into VLAN 10. So what he does, go in interface range, write all this command. Fast Ethernet F0 by 5 to 6. Okay, and run command switchport access VLAN 10. Now you can check these two particular interfaces in VLAN 10 and it removed from the VLAN 1. In VLAN 1, fast Ethernet F0 by 1, F0 by 2, F0 by 3, F0 by 4, F0 4, F07 and F08. It means these two port is separate in VLAN 10. Understand? Hello.
Can you show me the commands once again?
Yes.
So, can you tell me what we done?
Here we can done means if we have two ports or three ports or four ports, which we want to assign in the particular VLAN or VLAN 10.
Okay. um,
Okay.
okay. So we assigned 4, 5, and 6 for.
In VLAN 10.
Okay.
This is the result. VLAN 10 name is Bhuvan and port has F0 by 5 and F0 by 6. So now next topic is started. Okay, we have types of port. So two types of ports, switch port and routed port. Switch port where we cannot assign the IP addresses. Okay, and routed port where we can assign the IP addresses. And types of switchport has two types, access and trunk. Okay, bro.
Yeah.
Trunk means, firstly start from the access. Carry single VLAN traffic. If we have, where is pen? If we have two switches and connecting both of devices, and if here we have VLAN 10 and VLAN 1, VLAN 10, sorry, VLAN 100, VLAN 100 and VLAN 10. Okay, so access port means it always take only single VLAN traffic, carry only single VLAN traffic. So if here we have access port, then we have to add one more port to communicate both of the VLAN. Okay, access port means always carry single VLAN traffic. So access is always connecting to the end devices. Okay, Bhuvan.
Okay.
And now is trunk carry multiple VLAN traffic means all VLAN which is present in the uh, switches, and trunk port always be connected between two switches. Well, okay. If here we have VLAN 10, VLAN 20, okay. If here is only trunk port, then it will be communicate between both of the VLAN. And trunk port always be between the switches, and or we say that also with the router and switches. But access port always be connect on the end devices, where end devices connecting to the switches. Next point is how we configure the switchport mode access and trunk. So firstly check on packet tracer. If you want to check any port, so what is the type of this port? So we can check show interface fast Ethernet F0 by 1 switch port. This is command for check the switch port type on the switch. Now you can see this is access port. Okay, this is access port. If you want to change the port, so go in the interface F0 by 1 and run command switch port mode run. Now check. Switch port operational mode is trunk. Okay, but trunk is always be connected between the two different switches or routers. Dynamic trunking protocol. DTP is used to negotiate the switchport type and encapsulation type. DTP is by default enabled on the Cisco switches. DTP has two modes, auto and desirable. Auto mode means in this mode, switch does not actively ask other and switch to form the trunk. And in desirable mode, in this mode, switch ask actively other and switch to form the trunk. Right. Okay. So if this side is auto mode and this side is also auto, so it does not form a trunk, then this port is access port. Okay. But if this side is auto and this side is desirable, then it form a trunk. If this side is a desirable and this side is auto, then it form a trunk. If this side is desirable and this side also desirable, then it form a trunk. Okay, so one side must be a one desirable to form a trunk. Okay, bro. So how we can change the DTP mode on the switches? Where is switch? See, this time our mode is trunk, trunk, trunk. So interface F0 by 2 switchboard. This time our by default mode is dynamic auto. So how we can change configuration mode? Go on interface F0 by 2 and run command switch port mode dynamic. Here we have two options, auto and desirable. So here we can get the desirable. Now you can check switch port type dynamic desirable. Understand one?
Ah,
Hello, board.
yes, Ankit. Understand.
Okay. Dot one Q. ISL is just and this time ISL is not using by Cisco also. Okay, and dot one Q using this time we using this time. So ISL is a Cisco proprietary and it's used dual tagging. Okay, and external tagging size of ISL is 30 byte In this tag added all villain traffic. And .1q is a open standard and size of .1q is 4 byte. This is the main reason. The size of ISL is the 30 byte and the size of .1q is a 4 byte one. And for .1q is the internal tagging. Okay, bro.
Okay.